What's going on, everyone? Coach D here, The Shift Method. Again, coming to you with another video here at Johnny O's Gymnasium in beautiful Boca Raton, sunny South Florida. Episode number 4, I'm gonna show you all the ins and outs of the pull-up, how we set it up, main muscles worked, and of course, as always, common mistakes that I see in myself or with my clients, so you have the tools necessary to fix your own or to help with your own clients if there's having some similar mistakes. So let's get into it. So let's go over the basic cues of how to perform a pull-up. Again, like the bent over row, we're gonna be talking strictly an overhand grip today, meaning your palms are gonna be facing away from you. Of course, you can do a chin up, like underhand grip, or a neutral grip pull-up, but for the sake of this video, we're gonna be talking about an overhand position. So how it's gonna work is you make sure that you get yourself a bar. It can either be from a squat rack or a straight up pull-up bar, whatever you have available to you. And you're gonna make sure that it's low enough to where you can grab it comfortably without having to overly jump. You wanna make sure that always we keep safety in mind, especially when working with our clients. Next, you're gonna grab the bar roughly just outside shoulder width. Again, this is gonna vary depending on anatomy, personal biomechanics, and what's most comfortable for the individual, but I always recommend to start going just outside shoulder width. Next, you're gonna go ahead and wrap your thumbs underneath, just like you're holding a barbell for bench, bent over row, whatever it may be, and you're gonna start from what we call the dead hang position, meaning your arms are completely straight, shoulder blades are not retracted here, just like we talk about with the bent over row. We wanna have some scapular freedom so we can get full extension at the bottom, and then pull ourselves all the way up at the top, really pulling those shoulder blades down and back during the concentric part of the movement. Okay, so we're at that dead hang position at the bottom. I'm then going to pull my elbows down to my hips, bringing my body up and just getting my chin over the bar, ideally bringing the chest to it if you can, and then nice and controlled coming on the way down. The best way that I can explain it is it's very similar to a lat pull down. I'm just taking that bar, pulling my elbows down to my hips, and then bringing the bar all the way back overhead. So similar to the bent over row, we're working a lot of the same muscle groups here. The main difference is we're gonna swap what the primary muscle is for this particular exercise. So for the pull-up, the lats are gonna be the major muscle that's working here because we're doing a vertical pulling motion, right? The lats are responsible for adduction of the arms as well as extension. So that's the main muscle that's taking over here. We of course still get our traps involved, specifically our middle and lower. And we're also getting some bicep work still too because we are flexing at the elbow. Some accessory muscles, we are working those forearm muscles, those various ones that we have for grip strength. And of course, we're also working those deep abdominals, specifically the transverse abdominis, to keep your core nice and tight. You do also isometrically use your glutes to kind of keep your body in a straight line. So you kind of have this alternating pressure of the stomach being tight, the glutes being engaged, so that way you're not getting too much momentum and swinging, and your body stays roughly in a straight line. So some common mistakes that I notice in myself or working with clients doing the pull-ups, the major one that I always see is not doing the full range of motion, whether it's not coming all the way down, fully extending those arms, or going all the way up, and at the very least, clearing your chin over the bar. I always start with just saying the cue first. Sometimes people don't understand, hey, I want you to go all the way until your arms are straight, and I want you to go all the way until your chin clears the bar. Sometimes that'll clean up a lot of mistakes just by telling your client what you want. Other times it's a strength issue, meaning they can do a partial pull-up, but they can't go all the way down or all the way up. And this might be a good indicator of, hey, I might need to do some assisted pull-ups, whether that's using bands, whether that's using partner spotting, or if you have a machine available to you, doing some assisted pull-ups in that manner. The next cue that we're gonna talk about is going to be a momentum pull-up. Now, there are certain instances where this is acceptable. Say you're just going for reps and you do it in a controlled manner. I know CrossFit style workouts do use a kipping or butterfly pull-up. That is fine, but if we're going strictly for form to get the best pull-up we can, using the most musculature of the back and the arms as possible, we wanna eliminate momentum. So if you see someone kind of doing this kipping motion, if you see the legs are kind of tucking and flailing about, the best cue that I'll give for that is, hey, cross your legs, keep your stomach and core tight, and just use your arms to pull yourself up. That way they don't have any extra momentum going on through the movement. The final mistake that I'll sometimes see, and this is kind of tied in with not going all the way down the pull-up, is sometimes people overly pull their shoulder blades back, right? They overly retract. Just like the bent over row, I'm gonna cue scapular freedom here, meaning I want the shoulder blades to be relatively relaxed until I get to the top of the movement. If my shoulder blades are really pinned back, I won't be able to straighten my arms very well at the bottom. So I wanna be as relaxed as possible in that dead hang position. And then as I pull up to the bar, I'm going to retract and depress my shoulder blades and then repeat that rep to rep to rep. And that's it, everyone. I want to thank y'all again so much for giving me your time and attention for this video. I hope you found this beneficial, and that way you can go ahead and crush your pull-ups or have some cool ways to program for your clients so they get the most bang for their buck when doing this exercise. Of course, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you found this beneficial. And this is Coach D coming to you from Johnny O's Gymnasium. Hope you have a wonderful day. See you next time.